Welcome to How America Actually Works After You Retire. This channel explains how retirement systems in the US actually work in plain English, without sales pitches or hype.
Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night just asking yourself that question, did I mess up my claim? Well, if you have, please know you're absolutely not alone. It is one of the most common and, let's be honest, most stressful questions that millions of American retirees face after they've already made their decision. And I want to be really clear about something right from the start. If you feel confused by all of this, it is not your fault. This system is, well, it's complicated, and for most of us, nobody ever really sat down to walk us through it step by step. So that's exactly what we're going to do together today.
Now, the reason this is so important is that the stakes are incredibly high. Just a few simple misunderstandings about the rules, things like when to claim or how benefits for a spouse work, can quietly end up costing a retired couple over $100,000 in lifetime income. This isn't about trying to be a financial wizard. It's just about understanding the basic rules of the road.
Okay, let's dive right in. The very first, and you could argue the most important choice that you have to make is when to begin taking your benefits. This one decision really does set the foundation for your entire income in retirement.
For decades, we all heard that magic number, right? 65. People worked till 65, they retired at 65, they took Social Security at 65. But here's the question, is that still your full retirement age? Well, for most people watching this right now, the answer is no.
You see, the rules changed quite a while ago. For anyone born in 1960 or later, your full retirement age, that's the age when you get 100% of the benefit that you've earned, is now 67. This is such a crucial point, and it's one that a lot of people miss. So let's just look at the timeline of your options. You can start as early as age 62. But if you do, your monthly check is going to be permanently reduced. You can wait until your full retirement age, which we now know for most is 67, to get your full 100% benefit. Or you can choose to delay even longer, all the way up to age 70. And in return, you'll get an even larger monthly benefit for the rest of your life. Now, looking at a chart like this really helps shift our thinking. It is so tempting to focus on that monthly check, but really, the number that matters most is your total lifetime income. And as you can see, even though taking benefits at 62 gets you money in your pocket sooner, waiting until 70 often results in significantly more money over the entire course of your retirement. And here is why getting this right from the start is just so critical. For the most part, once you start taking your Social Security benefits, that decision is locked in. There are very, very few and very limited chances to change your mind. You really can't just fix it later. Okay, so that timing decision is the bedrock. But beyond that, there are a bunch of what you might call hidden rules that can have a huge impact on your money. So let's take a look at the things that most people miss entirely. This is a big one. A lot of people want to ease into retirement, maybe work part-time for a few years, and the question that always comes up is, can I work and still get my Social Security check? The answer is yes, but there is a very important catch you need to know about. The whole thing boils down to your age. If you are working before you reach your full retirement age and you earn over a certain limit, some of your benefit will be temporarily held back. Now, the good news is that money isn't gone for good. When you do reach your full retirement age, they actually recalculate your benefit and give you credit for those months, which bumps up your future checks. And then, once you pass your full retirement age, you can earn as much as you want, any amount, and there's absolutely no reduction in your benefits.
All right, let's talk about another one of these hidden rules that really surprises people. Taxes. For years, you've paid Social Security taxes from every single paycheck. But did you know that once you start receiving benefits, that money can be taxed again as income? Yeah, depending on your total income, up to 85% of your benefits could be subject to federal income tax.
So whether your benefits get taxed depends on something that government calls your combined income. It's their own special formula. Basically, they add up most of your other income, from work, pensions, investments, you name it, and then they add half of your Social Security benefit to that pile. If that grand total goes over a certain level, then bingo, a portion of your benefits becomes taxable. The key takeaway here is that it's not just about your Social Security, it's about your total financial picture. Now for some good news. There are benefits out there that a lot of people are entitled to, but they just never know to ask for them. First up is spousal benefits. If your own retirement benefit is a little on the low side, you might be able to claim a benefit based on your spouse's work record instead,
which can be a real game changer. And then there are survivor benefits, which are so important. When a spouse passes away, the surviving widow or widower can often switch to whichever of the two benefits was higher. These are vital rules to know. Please don't leave this money on the table. You've probably heard about the annual COLA, right? The cost of living adjustment. That's the little bump you get in your check each year. But it's really important to understand what it is and what it isn't. It is not a pay raise. It is designed to simply help your benefit keep up with rising prices. So, if the COLA is 3%, but the cost of your groceries also goes up 3%, your actual spending power hasn't really increased at all.
So, we've covered a lot of the rules and some of the spots where people can trip up. But the goal here isn't to create worry. It's actually the exact opposite. The goal is to help you move from that feeling of confusion to a feeling of clarity and control.
I think this quote just says it all perfectly. This isn't about trying to find some secret loophole or gaming the system. It's simply about understanding the rules of the road so that you can make them work for you instead of accidentally letting them work against you.
Really, the whole reason to understand all this is to give yourself clarity and confidence in the choices you make. It's about replacing that nagging feeling of stress with a true sense of peace of mind, knowing that you've made the best possible decision for you and your family based on the facts.
So, I'll just leave you with this final thought to consider. Now that you have a clearer picture of how this system really works, maybe take a quiet moment and just ask yourself, what does a secure, confident retirement look like for me? Because knowing the rules is the very first step to building it.